And just know God is about journey. He's about transformation. He's about developing you. He's about bringing you to the point that you know him so well that you know yourself so well. Hello, and thank you for tuning into the channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Angela, and I am a trauma-informed self-development specialist, and I coach you through the process of transforming from the person you came to be as a result of the things that's happened to you to the person you were created to be. And I teach you how to apply biblical and personal development principles to help you achieve inside-out success in life, ministry, and business. So if you believe you're ready to fulfill your purpose on this earth and level up to your highest potential, then welcome to the community of Inside Out Success Stories. In today's video, I just want to talk about those times when it seems like God is just allowing circumstances, experiences, trouble, whether it's debt, financial crises, loss of a job, pressures on the job, family pressures, family dysfunction. And sometimes you can have all of those things happening at one time. It just feels like pressure is being applied from all sides, all angles. If this describes your experience, then it doesn't mean that you've done something wrong or God's angry with you. It could possibly mean that you are that much closer to being in position to possess your promised land. And your promised land is whatever that thing is that you're believing God for, or whatever it is that he's given you a vision about, and you've been waiting for that thing to come to pass. You are right there at the border. And the reason this came to mind is yesterday I was having a spiritual talk with Aaron Pratt at Scarp. He has a channel, go check him out over there. But we were talking about how God, when he brought the Israelites to their destiny, right? Their destiny for that moment, which is to take possession of the city of Jericho. The only thing that stood between them and walking into their destiny was the wall. Instead of trying to figure out how they can dismantle the wall, brick by brick, bust through it, climb over it, they sought the Lord for his instruction, his divine battle plan. Because God is the creator of all things. Even though he doesn't physically build things with his hands, he builds through people. He gave us the science behind construction, building products, and how things are made. He's like the divine architect, over everything that we see and experience in this life. So his battle plan to get them into this portion of their promise is to walk around this wall for 6 days in silence. So, and we know how many people were in the Israelite army. So imagine trying to keep that many people silent for 6 days walking in circles. Because scripture says, God says, my ways are higher than your ways. My thoughts are higher than your thoughts. And he says the wisdom of man is foolishness to God. So he doesn't operate the way we want him to operate or the way we think he should operate, because scripture says he tells us today from the end. He tells the beginning from the end, because he is not in time. He's not in space like we are. He doesn't have this limitation. That's where his omniscience comes in. He's all knowing, and he is a sovereign God. He causes everything we go through to prepare us for the next phase of our journey. And when you do that reflection where you start connecting your dots, you can see his hand moving bits and pieces all the way around to get you where you are today, which is in the preparation stage for the next elevation in your life. So on the seventh day, they were instructed to give a shout, and they blew the trumpets. And I don't know if it was a frequency thing, a vibration thing, but when they made that noise, blew those trumpets, the wall fell down and they went in and took possession of the city. If God has given you a promise, just know that he's going to bring it to pass. Just like when he told the disciples to go, Jesus told the disciples to go to the other side of the lake. He knew that the storm was going to come up, that those winds were going to be contrary. They were going to be blowing against the direction that they were headed. And it was going to create some friction. It was going to create some fear. But Jesus was asleep. And these disciples, they were fishermen. They knew how to maneuver the sea and how to maneuver the storms that could pop up at any time. But for some reason, the wind and the tumult was so boisterous, it caused them to be afraid. And they woke up Jesus, even to the point of saying, like, don't you care? How could you be asleep at this point in time? Don't you hear the commotion that's going on? And Jesus taught them a lesson in that. He told the storm, the wind, the waves, peace, be still. And they obeyed him. And that lesson still holds true for us today. When you are in the middle of your own personal storm, just know that God is still in the midst of it. He's not going to let you be overtaken. But humans, we are so focused on the end result, and everything we go through is a means to an end. And we want to rush so fast, through this process, that if it was up to us, we would miss the valuable lessons along the way, along the journey. And just know God is about journey. He's about transformation. He's about developing you. He's about bringing you to the point that you know him so well that you know yourself so well. This is a path towards self-discovery. And in finding you, you find your creator. And in finding the creator, you find your purpose and your destiny. So hang in there. Don't give up. God has not forgotten about you. He loves you, and his hand is orchestrating little bits and pieces that need to be in place before you get there. Whatever your there is, just know he's working it out and he's making your path straight. Please subscribe to the channel and let me know in the comments where you are in your journey towards self-discovery. Love and blessings. Bye-bye.